I am your host, Clarence Mitchell, coming to you live from somewhere in Minnesota. Closer Encounters is streaming live from Blogtalk Radio. We are also live on Facebook, YouTube, and Google Hangouts. For all of our newest updates, check us out on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Closer Encounters Radio. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. Would you like to be a special guest on Closer Encounters? Or do you know somebody that would like to be a special guest on Closer Encounters? Then just shoot us an email at closerencounters.info@gmail.com. That's closerencounters.info@gmail.com. Have you ever witnessed a UFO? Or seen something that you just cannot explain? Or maybe you've had your very own closer encounter. You believe in the ancient alien theory? We talk about this and much, much more. If you have a story, or maybe a question that you would like to get answered, give us a call. The number here is 347-989-1008. Again, the number 347-989-1008. Give us a call here at Closer Encounters. I'd love to talk to you. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Closer Encounters, the show where you, the listener, is also the guest. It's been a little bit since we've been able to do this. Unfortunately, I've had some major issues, as a lot of you know, with my internet and different other things. So I had to kind of take a little bit of time off and get things situated, and just get things fixed, basically. I needed a new Wi-Fi box for my internet. I needed a whole bunch of other stuff. Plus, they were updating a few things there on Blogtalk themselves. So, que sera, sera. So hopefully, things will go smoothly tonight, and, we can keep this thing going and see what happens. I am not live tonight on YouTube or on Google Hangouts. I decided just for tonight anyway not to go into that. I do need a different webcam. It looks pretty grainy if you've ever seen any of them. I'm not really impressed with the way it's turning out. So I decided just to stay live tonight on Facebook and of course over the air on Blog Talk Radio. So we're going to go that route, and hopefully it'll go good. So anyway, here we are. I want to welcome everybody back, and thank you for the nice comments on the postings and stuff that I've been sharing with you, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody's concern about where I've been and what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Everything's fine. I've just been working a little bit, here and there. We're just pushing through and doing what we can. I do apologize for my scruffy look tonight. It's getting a little chilly here in Minnesota, and so I decided it's time once again to grow the old beard back for winter. So yeah, you might say I'm gearing down, so to speak. So yeah, you're going to see this change here, facial wise, in the next few weeks. So bear with me. It does get better. But that's the way it is, right? Anywho, it's been brought this particular reason why I'm doing this show tonight on this documentary, Unacknowledged. I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people, no doubt about it. And I thought it would be a really good topic to talk about, and the people behind it, and the whole smear. I noticed a couple posts have gone out, and a lot of people are just now seeing this particular documentary, and I've watched it myself, and I actually have seen a lot of it before, and well, most of it anyway, and the people behind it, whatever. So I thought that this would be a good topic for tonight's show, and mill it around, kick it around. Hopefully we'll get a few calls tonight, and we can discuss it, and what it all means, what the big buzz is all about. If this is your first time on, or if you haven't seen any of the posts or anything like that, the number here, of course, is 347-989-1008, and please give me a shout. I would love to talk to you. I'm also on, of course, I'm live here on Facebook. I also have my messenger, my I am up on Blogtalk if you're in the studio itself and you would like to write me a comment or whatever, or you can post a comment there on Facebook, and we will definitely get at you. So by all means. Okay, so I'm kind of waiting to see how many we're going to get here. Hopefully, I know it kind of. I've only posted this today. I need to really start making these up a couple of days in advance so people will get a better warning. But after talking to Facebook, what I did was we had problems in the past. Used to be when I made an event on my Closer Encounters page, I could invite everybody on my friends list and stuff. For those of you who are familiar with making live events or events, you know how it worked. And you would go up and hit the select all, and it would, send everybody an invite that you know. Well, in the past few episodes and whatever, they didn't have that option anymore. They took it away after they did all these updates and whatever. So I had to write them a small note, whatever, and I sent it to them, and they wrote me back and agreed that it was an oversight on their part. They apologized, and voila, we got the button back. So I don't know if that's because of me personally, but who knows? But I think it's pretty cool. So if you're on my friends list, which I think I got like almost 300 people, so whatever, then you should have gotten the invite to this particular show tonight, which is pretty cool. Otherwise, I'd have to sit there and send out each one at a time, and you know how tedious that could be. It'd take you forever and a day to do it. So, but I'm glad they gave us back that option, and I think it's pretty cool. So anyway, okay, I didn't want to get going on this particular topic until we got a few more people in, because I really would like some objective people, minds, whatever. I'm hoping Tim will call. I think Lee was going to call me tonight. I did talk to her earlier online. So, like I said, we're just kind of taking it easy here. If you guys haven't been paying attention lately, I will bring this up while we're sitting here kind of waiting. um, there's been a lot of posts lately about the end times and the world coming to an end, and you know, all this stuff about the Anunnaki and Nibiru and Planet X, and you know, September 23rd is just a few days away, and you know, everybody's just you know, up in arms, and they're worried. You know, they're truly worried about the end of the world. I, for one, of course, am not worried about the end of the world, as you know. And I made some comments, that I did some postings about it and stuff, and you know, I think it's kind of ironic how every year, in September of every year, you know, we're all going to die, and you know, it's just kind of funny how it works that way. But I will say this again. I've said it 100,000 times, and I hope you guys will understand where I'm coming from. But Nibiru and Planet X, and I want to get this out of the way right now, they are not the same planet or entity or whatever you want to call it. Totally different deal all the way around. It's just somewhere down the line, people get these things mixed up and they put it all together into one thing and they shoot it out there, and then everybody's calling it Planet X and Nibiru and blah, 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 blah. Not the case, okay? And we can touch on this later, but I just wanted to point that out. Two separate deals. Both of them have two different meanings all the way around. As a matter of fact, Planet X right now is basically taken off the shelf. So you can scratch Planet X right out and write in Planet 9. All right? And this goes back to Pluto, when they taken Pluto off the planetary list, because Pluto now is no longer a planet again. All right, so they're in search of Planet 9, which, as you all may know or may not know, they think they've actually found. But it's so far out of the galaxy that you cannot see it, and but they know it's there. And the way they know it's there is because it does certain things, and you know, the moons around it and whatever do certain things. And it's one of the largest, if not the largest, gas planet that actually belongs in our solar system. But it's out there where it's not supposed to be, and they're trying to figure out how it even got there to begin with, and you know, blah blah blah. But yeah, so there's your Planet 9. But so far, we haven't gotten a real good look at it because we can't really see it, but we know it's there. So yeah, they're working on that. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, this is how it goes, and this is how it works. Looks like we have our first caller with us, and I believe this is Sharon, if I'm not mistaken. 609. Hello, Sharon. Is this you, dear?
How are you?
Hello, Sharon. How are you, dear? Very good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you're a little breaking up here and there, but why is Planet X not Nibiru? I thought it was all the same, like Nemesis, Nibiru, Planet X. It was all like names for the same thing.
Okay, well, Nibiru, you know, comes from our great guy, Sitchin, which you know how I feel about him. That's where Nibiru actually come from, was from the works of Zechariah Sitchin. Okay. Planet X was an actual planet that NASA and the astronomers were actually looking for. It had nothing to do with Nibiru or anything else. It was just another planet in our system, because Pluto at the time was actually a planet. It was described as a planet. It was dubbed a planet. And so the next planet in line would be Planet 10, which is the Roman numeral X. That's what that's all about.
They found that, though. Didn't they find that beyond Pluto?
No. Well, okay, Planet 9 they have found. See, what happened was, in the meantime, they yeah, this is crazy. They took Pluto off the planetary deal. Pluto is no longer a planet. It's a red dwarf.
Right, it was downside.
Right, it was downsized, so it's no longer a planet. So now we have to back Planet X, number 10, up to Planet 9.
Okay.
So here we go, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they have to change the history book.
Absolutely, yes. They got to change the history book. But what's happened is in the past is everybody has taken this book, The 12th Planet, by Zechariah Sitchin, and they grabbed a hold of the Planet X thing, and they grabbed a hold of Nibiru, and they shoved it all into one wad and threw it out there, and now everybody and their brother is calling it the same thing. And it's truly not the same thing. And I just, every time I see that, I get a cringe, and I'm like, oh, you know, people just don't get it. You know, they don't understand, you know. But that's okay. I mean, that's, you know. Yeah, but that's okay. That's how it goes, and that's why we're here, and that's hopefully, you know, we can teach as long as everything else, you know. So that's how it goes.
I thought my understanding was Nemesis X and the Bureau was all in the Bureau.
No, absolutely not.
But now that you've explained it, now I have it sorted out. So
there you go.
We're good. By the way, we just came back from Niagara Falls.
Ah, my home.
We were up there.
Cool.
Yeah, we were up there for 5 days in Youngstown.
Yes.
Right at the border. Terrible, absolutely terrible phone reception.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted us. I got a message. They wanted us to do the roaming charges, and I said, forget about that.
No sense in that. Yeah.
So we went out. We had a good time up there. Beautiful weather.
Great.
No wind.
Great.
We didn't hit any wind until we got back to New Jersey at the Delaware Water Gap.
Ain't that something?
My husband wants to go live up there. It's so beautiful. I said, well, the only thing you could do up there is farming. You know, there ain't too many jobs.
Yeah, that's about it, too. Yeah, the steel industry up there's actually gone down. I mean, there's not much work up in that area anymore, you know. And that's why I left there myself.
You have to commute to Rochester or go south a little bit towards Michigan.
Right. Absolutely.
But the truckers, you guys are like wiping me out on 81 and 90.
Yep, that's a heavy-duty trucking road.
Every time I got sandwiched in between two of you, so I was freaking out because it was like, you know, the wind.
Oh, yeah.
You know, rock you back and forth, you
know?
Sure. So I learned how to handle that. And then I learned the secret of truck rest areas now. They don't have any more truck restaurants and rest areas on the interstate.
Nope.
They have the truck rest areas, and you could pull in there and go to sleep between two semis, and nobody would even bother you, you know?
Right. Yeah, they downsized a lot of things for truckers out there. Yeah, damn shame.
They did, and they took out a really big toll, which made me happy. You know, we just whizzed right through from Pennsylvania into New Jersey at the Delaware Water Gap.
Mm-hmm.
And but you know, I learned some of the secret trucker codes. You know, flashing the lights and flashing back and flashing again to say thank you.
There you go. Yep.
That was fun.
Cool.
It was fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to wave at Doc Schneider. He's on Facebook. Hello. Really, not a whole lot here as far as that goes. Everything's been pretty quiet lately, which is kind of surprising. Usually this time of year, things pretty much get hopping again, and you know, but lately, I say lately, probably in the past month or so, so things have been kind of mellowed out, slowed down a little bit. So you know, which is okay.
Do you get a Christmas push?
Sometimes it depends. You know, as far as work goes, we've been hammering it pretty hard in the mine. Because the steel industry, you know, it's, well, for U.S. Steel anyway, it's really been hopping. You know, the infrastructure things going on, a lot of construction happening and stuff like that. So, you know, we've been making a lot of pellets, you know, for steel making. And which is a good thing,
Okay.
you know. I got some job security. But yeah.
Do you? We'll get back to the Planet X in a second.
Hmm.
Do you haul with the company truck, or do you have your own rig?
Well, no, I'm not a truck driver anymore. I'm a shovel operator now. I'm the one that actually digs the dirt and puts it in the back of the haul trucks. And we don't go over the road or nothing. These are big 240-ton trucks that haul it up to a crusher, and it crushes it up into a fine powder.
Oh, okay.
And then they heat it up in a kiln, and they make round steel balls out of it, you know, round pellets. And
Okay.
they ship them all over the USA, and then these other mills and stuff, they buy it up and they melt them down, and they make anything steel out of them, you know. So that's what that's all about.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm sorry. I thought you were going over the road from your company.
No, I used to be an over-the-road
Okay,
trucker for a
okay.
very long time, but yeah, I ended that when I went to work here, so much safer.
Oh yeah, it is safer, and it's nice to just go to a destination every day rather than
Exactly.
like, you know.
Yep, I'm
interstate,
home.
you know.
I'm home every night. Got the weekends off, you know, or my 9 days, whatever, you know. But yeah, makes it really nice. Makes it real nice.
Well,
Yeah.
if you come back to New York State for any reason, never stay in Bowman Lake in Oxford. Don't ever stay there.
That bad.
It's a horrible
Oh,
muddy place on the mountain.
no kidding.
I'll never go there again.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, it was a bad state park.
Wow, that's sad.
But
They used to keep things
we stayed there
up.
one night on our way up, and then we were going to stay there one night on our way back.
Hmm.
And it was just so awful. I just sacrificed the reservation for the second night, and we just drove straight on through.
Oh, wow.
And then we ended up sleeping in front of my son's house, who lives in North Jersey.
Mm.
And but Bowman Lake's bad place.
Wow.
You know, not crime-wise, but I mean vehicle-wise.
Right. Yeah. No, I understand. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Unbelievable.
But for all those state parks up there. I was so impressed on Lake Ontario. The one we stayed in Youngstown, it was 4 Mile Creek State Park by Fort Niagara,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and the view of the stars from Lake Ontario, so clear. It was so the Big Dipper, gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
Ain't it though? Yeah.
The night before last.
Cool.
Oh man, I need a telescope. I gotta get one. I've been talking about it for 6 months.
Absolutely.
A portable one you could take with you.
Sure.
You know?
Absolutely.
Because the view of the stars were so clear, no fog, no smog, no nothing. It was gorgeous, and do some great sky watching up by
Absolutely.
the Finger Lakes. You know.
See, I lived an hour south of Rochester, and our family has an old farm. You know, it's the old farm homestead, and on top of our hill,
Okay.
there's no town lights. There's no, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're out in the rural district out there, and I'm up on a 40-acre plot, you know, up on a hillside, and the view of the sky is just endless. And I tell you, it's nothing better. Nothing better than that. I'm still
I was
looking.
very impressed.
Yeah, I'm still looking for a really decent location around
I was very
here.
impressed, and I was actually missing out on something not having that telescope. You know.
Sure. Yeah. Makes you wonder.
It was so clear and nice.
Absolutely.
So I liked the town of Wilson. Wilson was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Youngstown. And Lewiston was nice too.
The only thing you really got to be careful up there is in the wintertime. You know, they've had their snowfall. I mean, there's been a couple of blizzards there they've had in the past few years. 7 feet of snow in 24 hours, you know. So,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, you really got to be careful up there.
That's what I told my husband. Yeah, that's what I told my. I have a cousin that lives there year round,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like clued me into everything. But I told my husband, I said, you know, these houses, these farms or house, whatever, they all have a big freezer or two of them.
Yep.
I said, and they're all starting to lock down for the winter.
Pretty much,
They're
yeah.
getting ready. You know?
It's funny.
Yeah, all the big bales of hay. Now they wrap the hay in them round things.
Yep,
You know?
big round bales, yep.
Like thousands of them. Thousands of them everywhere.
Yep.
The crops are done. The apple trees had like only 2 apples on them.
Well, it's cider season now, yeah. See,
See.
yeah. It's getting to be cider season. Everybody's out making apple cider.
Yeah. Well, where I live, we have a cranberry festival every year because we've got Ocean Spray cranberry here.
Sure, yeah.
And so they're going to have the cranberry festival the first week of October. Right now they're harvesting. There's a lot of apples in New Jersey, too, and blueberries.
Cool.
So Ocean Spray is out there with the blueberry juice and the cranberry juice. They're harvesting now out of the bog. And then we have the festival, which we like. We go there. We like that every year. It's free, and there's all kinds of great stuff going on, and free jam and music, you know.
Right.
And so that's like it. That's like the lockdown. Once the festival happens, it's over.
It's all over. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Fall is here, and then winter right on its heels. Yeah. Yeah. The one thing I do miss about back home, though, and I'll tell you, is the fall foliage and stuff up there. It's just totally breathtaking. And I don't care where else you live in the United States. If you've never been up in that area for the fall, you're missing out. I'll tell you right now. It's just unbelievable. The hillsides are just on fire. You know, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, some of the maple trees, they turn red. Some of them were turning, and some of the yellow ones were turning. Mm-hmm. But not quite. Another 2 weeks, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we get our first freeze, and that'll be it. Yep. Yeah, they get their first frost.
Trip up into New York State.
Yeah.
And,
I miss it.
I have to say, it was wonderful. The roads were wonderful. You know, the interstates were wonderful.
Well, for as much as they pay, as much as taxpayers have to pay up there, they better be nice. You know, they kill us in taxes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, terrible.
Yeah, that Route 80 and Route 90, they both run out past you, too. You know, beautiful highways. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Anyhow.
So,
now, what was I going to ask you about the universe? Getting back to Planet X. Planet X was the one they were looking for.
Right.
But now that they bumped Pluto, they downgraded Pluto, and the satellite picked up a bigger planet out there. They're calling that Planet 9.
Right.
But the satellite didn't get close enough to it yet to really figure it out.
Yeah, that's the thing with it, and it's so weird. They know that it's out there. They got signature of it. They know how big it is. It's just massive in size. But the problem is it's so far away that they can't see it. Isn't that weird? I don't know how that works, but that is the craziest thing.
I don't know how that works. I saw online too that SpaceX teaming up with NASA, which they've been doing left and right now. They're sending a new one to the sun because they want to see what's going on behind the sun now.
Wow.
And then they want to study the solar flares more too. You know?
Yeah. They've always been into that with the solar flare thing.
I like to know what's behind the sun myself. You know.
Well, see, I'm not really sure what they mean by that because you know, it's not like we haven't been on the other side of the sun or you know vice versa. I mean, obviously, you know, it ain't like it doesn't move. You know. I don't know. Kind of strange.
Do you know, Clark, does the sun rotate?
The sun itself rotates, I'm sure. But as far as being in an orbit kind of thing, I know everything else evolves around the sun, you know. So as we're going around the sun, I don't see how we don't know what's behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. you know,
Okay.
because we actually rotate around it. I mean, that's our orbit. So I don't get what they're actually talking about. But
Well, they might be looking for that asteroid Apophysis out there.
well, that could be too. Yeah, very well. You never know.
Apophysis. Yeah. This is supposed to be coming our way in another 12 years. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Hey, it looks like we have another caller with us. I don't recognize this number. This is a 40.
Okay.
This is a 402 number. Let's see here. Hello, caller. You're with us.
Yep. I sure am. This is Doc.
Doc. Hey, Doc. How are you, sir? Doc says it's me. Okay, cool. How we doing, sir? I see you live on Facebook there. All right, fantastic. Glad you made it. I'm going to write your number down here.
Yeah, well, I think I'm the only person that calls from Nebraska, so.
Could be. Whereabouts you live down there?
How is everything in Nebraska?
Hot.
Oh.
It was like 90 today.
No kidding, huh?
Oh.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Has tornado season ended now, Doc, down there or not?
Tornado season?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Well, we have tornadoes in December, but
Right, yeah. Yeah.
you never know with tornadoes, so they have them all year. But the season's pretty much getting over with, so.
Right.
Usually about the 1st of October, they call it the end of tornado season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're on
Hey, like-
hurricane watch, New Jersey now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Another one coming, too.
Or
Yeah,
Maria?
It's
Yeah, got another one coming.
Yeah, my,
first.
Yeah, we followed the Irma one because my daughter lived in Florida and she lives with me now, so
Mm-hmm.
and my daughter and granddaughter, and so we watched it go all the way up Florida, and I've got grandsons that live in Miami, so
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I watched that whole thing that whole time it went through there. Yep. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Key West got it really super bad there. Of course, it would. It was right in the path.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Andre, how are you, sir? I see Andre just popped on. He's on Facebook with us. Good to have him.
Okay.
So, cool. Whereabouts in Nebraska are you, Doc?
I'm sorry?
Whereabouts in Nebraska do you live?
I'm in Lincoln.
Oh, you're in Lincoln. Okay, I got
Where you
married.
used to go racing.
Yeah, I got married there. My first marriage. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
Yeah, you used to
stationed.
go racing here at the Speedway place on 27th Superior, didn't you?
Yes.
Were we talking about that one night?
Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yep. Yep.
That's a big Walmart store now, so.
Oh, ain't that sad? It's so sad. Lincoln Speedway, the home of the 130-mile-an-hour racetrack. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're Eagles still out there, so.
Cool.
Where they race an Eagle.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, that was a
Where my
NASCAR.
security duty.
Yeah, that was a NASCAR sanction track back in the day. And I used to tell people, because I had a NASCAR driver's license, and they all used to laugh at me, and I used to show it to them, Yeah, it's just a union, that's all it is, but yeah. Funny. Yeah. Oh, boy.
If
Cool.
I was to come to Nebraska as a tourist, what would you recommend I see as far as like ancient aliens go?
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I haven't heard of any ancient alien stuff around here, so.
Mm.
Do you have a space museum or anything like that?
Yeah, we have the museum down at the university where they have one of the Apollo capsules at.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's worth paying
And
for the.
we have quite a few observatories around here, but I really don't follow the alien stuff here in Nebraska too much. If you talk to a friend of mine, he's actually seen aliens. So
Cool.
me, I believed in aliens since I was a little kid and never had any luck.
Right. Isn't that the way it goes, though, it seems? Yeah. Something.
Yeah, right. The grass always looks greener, always.
Yep. That's crazy.
But, as far as I know, there's really nothing here that, translates into ancient aliens. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Nebraska's just a big cornfield.
Basically, yeah.
Cornfield.
That's about right,
Yeah,
too.
New
Flat
York
as hell.
is a big cornfield, too.
Yeah.
Well, you can go to a Nebraska football game if you can get a ticket.
Right?
There's a lot of aliens there.
That's funny. And not so ancient. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, the football stadium, Memorial Stadium, becomes the third largest city in Nebraska on football Saturday. So
Absolutely. Yes.
it holds 95,000 people. So
Ain't that something? It's huge. Wow.
and it gets bigger than.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of people.
It is a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Andre says,
we came back from a trip to Niagara Falls on the Canada side. The security was intense because wherever now, we all know after 911, wherever there's crowds of people, security is intense now.
Yeah. No, they have a lot of security around the football stadium. So
yeah.
a friend of mine works security, and he works a couple of the tailgates that happen out around there. So
Wow.
he's been doing that for years. So
Cool.
he's the same guy that's seen the alien. So
Oh, no kidding.
he's also heard of Bigfoot when he
Good.
lived in Oklahoma.
A lot of Bigfoots out there.
Bigfoot, he's all over,
Yep.
all over. He's got a
And me, I haven't
big-
seen either one of them. So
You haven't seen any of them. That's crazy.
well, they say Bigfoot has something to do with the
I believe that.
come to visit
Yes,
us, so.
I believe that myself too, to a
Right,
point.
because a lot of people
Yeah.
have reported seeing lights in the sky
Yes.
in and around when there's a Bigfoot sighting or a Sasquatch or a Jersey Devil or
Right.
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
The animal or whatever it is puts out such a horrid stink
Mm-hmm.
that it's like, it's like a skunk,
Yep.
and then all
Yep.
of a sudden it's gone. It's just a thing that disappears.
Right.
Like it's like teleported back to the ship or something after it finds food or whatever it's looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely makes you wonder.
But you were
I
talking
think
about.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is
I'm
an
sorry?
alien.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
Bigfoot is
I think so. I think it's one of the new alien species or something, not a reptilian or, one of the other ones. So.
Well, if you
Or
want
gray,
to,
or-
here's a thought for you. If you want to talk about the giants that roam the earth, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Very slight.
Yeah, they're over 7 feet tall.
Absolutely.
That's
Very,
anyway.
very good possibility that they are what they refer to as the giants. I mean, that's a very good possibility. And I've often wondered about that myself, But
I still have to watch the show for last week.
oh, if you haven't seen it,
I got on demand, so I can watch it.
yeah, I can post it for you. Matter of fact, I did post it. It should be in the Ancient Alien group page if you want to see it. Because I was really, no, let's not do that. Hang on, folks. Don't do that now.
Welcome to Blogtalk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
start your show now, press 1. To hear important...
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Alive on my father's side.
Okay. All right, we're
They
back.
used to move all the time. He was in the Army, you know, and they were in Thailand for 3 years.
So much for
What
me.
an experience that was, you know?
I lost you guys
for
there.
the Navy back in the 80s when they were first getting it going. And
Uh-huh.
so I was all over the Pacific. Every little tiny naval station that they have, every little tiny naval detachment, naval, a lot of the embassies and whatnot that have naval detachments in them, I'd go in there and install computer systems.
Cool. You were out there in the Ring of Fire, huh?
Oh yeah, and over in the Gulf and whatnot. That's before the first Gulf War, though. So.
Yeah, with this earthquake they just had in Mexico and San Diego, that's like the tail end of the Ring of Fire. I'm wondering if we're going to get some more action over on that side of the Pacific.
Oh no, the
you know?
Ring of Fire goes all the way down to South America.
Yeah, I was going to say it runs down into Cuba, or not Cuba,
My
but
brother lives in Chile, and they have all kinds of earthquakes and stuff down there, and volcanoes and stuff.
right.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see, you know?
Yeah.
Because it isn't like an isolated incident, and every time there's a hurricane or a typhoon, like we had that hurricane that hit Texas, every time there's a hurricane, it's like an earthquake happens shortly after or before, you know? And so I'm
Yeah, I
like,
noticed
you know,
that
like,
before, but I guess, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, I've never really noticed that
there was
myself.
an earthquake after Katrina. Yeah, down in Mexico.
Yep.
I think it was in Mexico or Colombia or something like that.
Yeah. And then in New Jersey, we had the first earthquake in, like, you know, ever recorded in history. We don't have earthquakes here.
Right.
And then the next year, we got wiped out with Hurricane Sandy. So it's like,
Yeah, I remember that earthquake because I was working for a company out of D.C., and the boss lived in D.C., and I lived here, and I worked remotely, and he was saying, oh my God, the whole house was shaking and his chimney fell down.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Huh. That's crazy.
It's a 200-year-old house. So.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got to go out and check the foundation, you know, because we have family in-laws that live in Mexico, south of Mexico City. They're retired there. And right now, nobody got hurt or anything, but for the last 2 days, the younger ones are checking the foundation all around because they have a 2-story house and they also have a ranch.
Right.
They're checking out the foundation because that's a big deal with an earthquake. Yeah.
I want to say hey to Blake. I see he's on.
Alien exacting revenge.
Right.
Earthquakes could be just the aliens that tested a weapon or something on it.
Well, that's what, and they start showing up. Every time there's a volcano or an earthquake or a natural disaster, all of a sudden the sightings increase tremendously.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
I haven't heard about any recent ones down in Mexico, but I'm sure there are ones. I mean, Mexico seems to have a lot of activity, UFO activity and stuff, so.
Yeah. They've got that triangle. What's that called?
5K Rubux. What is a Rubux? Robux.
I don't
What
know.
triangle?
Yeah, it's like, it's out in the desert. It's like really creepy too.
Mm.
It's one of those natural.
Not the Bermuda Triangle.
Right.
No, it's like that, but it's out in the middle of the desert and nobody's allowed to go in it.
Oh.
It's like, you know,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's in northern Mexico.
Right. Right.
yeah.
It's south of the border.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's been some wild stuff going on there with sightings, you know?
Hey, looks like we have another caller with us. I hope this is Lee or Colin. Let's see who we got here. We'll get it booted up. Hello, caller. You with us?
Clarence.
It's Lee. Hello, Lee. How are you?
Hey.
Hey, Lee.
Fine. How are you doing? Hey to everybody.
Hi, Lee.
Cool.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Here's
And
my
you?
friend
How are you?
Oh, we're very good. Thank you very much.
Oh, good, good. I tried to get in on my cell phone, but it wouldn't work.
Well, I just got dropped here a few minutes ago, so yeah. I just lost the connection here a few minutes ago. So while Sharon and Doc were talking, I had to, yeah, I had to log back in. Crazy, but that's cool. So what's happening, Lee? What's going on down there?
Not a lot, but my brother, remember he's the one into the paranormal.
Yes.
So he had a friend that hunts deer and elk.
Mm-hmm.
So they had set up a camera to see if they could catch, pictures of any elk or deer. And this was like way out on our reservation.
Mm-hmm.
And when they started going back through the pictures, there was a picture of a UFO.
Oh no!
Whoa.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
it looked like, you know how the Phoenix lights, that big, like, triangle, well, I don't think it was as big as that,
Mm-hmm.
but it had the lights, like, about 6 lights across.
Wow.
Wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
I was freaked out. I'm not
That is
kidding you.
cool.
I was like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
Looking around. Yeah.
Oh my
Was it a
goodness.
nighttime picture?
Yes, it was. So
Yeah.
you could really see the lights. They really stood out.
Is there any way that Mike
We
can
have
get
to
that?
post it.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there any way Mike can grab a hold of
What's
that
that?
and get it to us? Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll when I see him and talk to him, I'll let him know.
yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome. I'd love to see that. Wow, that is so cool. See, you never know, though. I mean,
It's like,
Very
yeah,
freaky.
it's like the- Yeah, it's
Okay.
like the aliens know that most people sleep between, 1 a.m. and
Mhm.
5 a.m. and
Mhm.
they start sneaking around in the sky and doing stuff. You know?
right?
Yeah.
Sleep. What's sleep?
Yeah, right. That's what I said.
I worked night. I worked nights for the last 25 years, so yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
me, I'm up all night.
there you go.
I've tried that.
A little bit in the morning,
I hate
and
it. I can't do it. There's just no way.
Yeah, I do both. I work days and nights, so.
I did the grave shift for 4 years, and after 3 years, I kind of liked it. But then I had to have surgery done, so I went back on the swing shift.
Yeah.
It's not that easy, and it's not for everybody.
No, that's
I
true.
take my hat off to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
See, I do mine in spurts. They
And they use it for various companies too. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you have no choice. You have to work it.
Yeah, that's the way ours is. You know.
people go, "Oh, you're going to be on the night shift because you're a newbie," and I go, "Good."
Yeah.
On the night shift.
Yeah. Well, it keeps you away from everybody else too. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. Well, Lee.
5 o'clock coffee helps a lot.
Yeah, there you go. Lee and I had a small conversation earlier on Facebook. There, we were chatting there on one of the posts, and Lee had a couple of questions. So now's your chance, Lee. I'll answer them for you.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Well, I know the one thing that we were supposed to talk about was about the documentary Unacknowledged, and I know you watched it. Did Doc? Did you get to see it, or Sharon? Have you guys seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen that. The one you posted today?
Yes.
No, I haven't watched that one yet either. So
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix.
Right. Yep. You can see it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Now the post that I put up,
Unacknowledged.
Unacknowledged. Yeah, it's Dr. Stephen Greer is the maker of it or whatever. And here's the
I
thing.
can watch it. I have Netflix.
Okay, cool. Unacknowledged, it's called. It's by Dr. Stephen Greer, if you know who that is.
Yeah, I watched. And I liked it. I mean, a lot of people don't like Greer, but
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I personally I believe a lot of what he says.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, and this is where I kind of have to bail ship, like I normally do. People hate me for it, but that's how it goes. You know, that's what I do. That's why I'm here. You know, I used to follow Stephen Greer.
You're here to debunk all the debunk.
I know it, and it's crazy, isn't it? It is, and I hate doing it because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just don't get into that, you know. But here's the thing: when I see this guy, and you know, he's like a couple others that I've mentioned in the past. It's another money-making kind of thing, you know, that he's been doing over the years, and after researching him and following him for over 15, 20 years, it seems like, he hasn't proved anything to nobody about anything. And everything that he's said or done has been hoaxed and bullshitted. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. What can I say? And I'm sorry. I mean, I like to...
Why don't you believe it?
Well, okay, I'll give you a few examples. And then I'll even read an article that somebody else had wrote, and it puts it right into perspective all the way. But back in the day, when he first started all this stuff, he had a whole panel of people that he brought up, just like in the documentary. Matter of fact, a lot of those people are the same ones, okay, that are in that show. And they tell the same exact story over and over and over again, which is fine. That's, you know, that's what they do. But here's the problem. When it comes down to Roswell, and this is where he starts the documentary, say, well, it all started with Roswell, and there was 4 alien bodies, and blah, 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 blah. He's full of crap, okay? There was 3 crashes at Roswell, not just one. He portrays this as being one big thing, and it's not. There was 3 different incidences at Roswell. And anybody that's a ufologist of any kind knows this, you know? So that's the first problem that I had with it altogether. The second one was the alien body thing that he come up with when, I don't know if you ever remember this, when he had this really tiny, small alien baby, okay, that he supposedly held and all this stuff, you know, this little skeletal alien thing.
That serious video. And it wasn't a baby, was it? It was wasn't a full size?
Well, it looks like a baby. I guess it could have been full size, I guess, or whatever. But here's the thing that gets me about that is, in one of his deals, he talks about this, and he says, well, it can't be human because it doesn't have this and this, you know, and whatever. Now, he's a doctor. He worked in an emergency room on people for many years before he, you know, turned his life around. How would you not know it's not human? I mean, you know, that's the thing that gets me. You know, he's a professional ER doctor. You would know if this thing was human or not without even, you know, thinking twice about it. And here he was saying how he didn't know if it was human or not, you know, or whatever. And I'm like, how could you not know? You know, just little things like that really got me to thinking about him, you know. And then as the years went on, he got into this stuff where he was meditating. He tried to be a lot like Edgar Casey, which really pissed me off. And he started summoning UFOs. And he was selling tickets to people to come out to these places where he was going to be at nighttime. And you had to sign a disclosure form. This is all true and real. You can look this stuff up. I'm not making any of this up. I'm telling you the whole schmeal here. He would charge X amount of dollars, big money, by the way. I'm not talking a couple hundred here. I'm talking big money, for these people to come out there. And he would summon these UFOs, and he would, you know, do his thing. And then you wouldn't hear nothing more about it. It would, you know, disband and on down the road. He's done other videos where he's taken people out. One in particular, and I can bring it up, I'll post it online for you, where he shows that he summons these 2 UFOs during the daytime, and you see these 2 orange globe, these lights, off in the distance. This is during the daytime now. It's on a beach setting, and you know, he's talking about how he summons these, and he wants the people that are there with him to meditate and welcome them and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. Then the lights disappear, and Of course, the video ends and so on and so forth. Well, come to find out, they were having a naval exercise at that particular same time, same location, same everything, and what he was videotaping was the actual lights from this aerial thing that they were doing in the Navy. And he had everybody believing, or trying to make them all believe, that he's summoning these UFOs.
So do you not believe anything he says?
Not anymore. Anything he says is I gotta look into it. I really do. I have to research anything that he says and make sure that he's on the up and up. But so far, nothing. Not a damn thing, Lee, can I come up with.
Do you know if the ancient aliens has had him or interviewed him or anything?
You know, I don't think I've ever seen him on any of their shows.
The actual show, like we told you.
No, I don't think I've ever seen him on any show with ancient aliens, ever.
Yeah.
No. And I'm going to tell you
Well,
this.
I mean, Ancient Aliens has had Linda Moulton Howe on there.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a difference.
He was on one of the shows, the UFO evidence.
Yes, he'll be on. He'll be on the evidence shows. He'll be on the disclosure shows. He'll be on stuff like that. But you'll never will see him on Ancient Alien. And I'm going to tell you why that is. Okay? Because people like him are totally different than people like Linda Moulton Howe. Linda Moulton Howe takes everything like cattle mutilations and crop circles and ET abductions and all that, and she breaks them down into separate groups, and she follows each and every one of them in a separate category, and she goes through them with a fine-tooth comb. She doesn't just go out and make a wave and move on to the next thing. She does her homework, and you know what I'm saying? And she'll stay with it until the bitter end, you know? Give it what it is. Yeah. With this guy, you never see him talk about things like crop circles. The only thing he ever says about cattle mutilations is the fact that they were made up by the U.S. military to make people think that it was aliens doing it. It was a cover-up. That was his big thing about cattle mutilations. All right? And so on and so forth. You don't see him talk about abductions. You don't see him talk about implants or any of this other stuff, you know. The only thing he was majorly concerned with was a disclosure that supposedly, you know, this undercover secret society, way down deep black ops thing that killed Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe and blah, blah, blah. It's just one big conspiracy pot of bullcrap, and that's all it is. And that's all it ever will be as far as I'm concerned. That's my opinion. Sorry, folks. But he's a moneymaker.
Let me ask you guys.
Yeah.
Let me ask all four of you. So, thinking about UFOs or ETs or extraterrestrial, those in the field, who do you guys acknowledge or believe, or, you know,
as far as real ufologists?
All the people that are the UFOologists that are up there like him, who do you guys believe?
Well, I'll give you
I like MUFON. I like MUFON and everybody that's on MUFON.
Yep, MUFON was good. Yeah, but that's a reporting center. I mean, that's, you know, that's what they do. As far as people go, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he did the UFO file program, where him and his couple guys went out and did the research and stuff. I can't think of his name offhand. They took him off the air.
Yeah, the guy with sunglasses?
Yes, him.
Yeah, UFO magazine.
Yes, I can't.
That's the same guy That's the same guy I like too.
I can't think of what his name is.
I can't remember what his name is either.
Yeah, but he got so close to the truth. He got so close to the truth and had the truth out there, they took him off the air. This is what they do to the real ufology people, okay? Another one...
Clarence, if you can remember his name, can you post that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll look him up. It won't take me a couple seconds here, and I'll tell you exactly who it was. And I'll even give you the interviews.
What about people like Stanford, Friedman?
Yes, to a point. Yes.
Do you believe, what's his name, the one that was abducted? Oh gosh. What's
Walton?
David Wilcox.
No, you're talking about Travis Walton.
Was the one that was abducted in Heber, Arizona.
Travis Walton. Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
Travis.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Travis.
100% real. Absolutely.
Travis Walton?
Yeah.
I believe Travis. I met
Yep.
Travis, and I believe him 100%.
Yep. 100%. Honestly. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're not going to take you're not going to take a group of people like that, all his friends, and put them in through lie detector tests. Now, you know these guys, they were up for manslaughter. They were trying to convict these guys of killing him and dumping his body. You remember that? And they were trying to arrest him. They were trying to find evidence that they did something to him. And they went through all of the investigation. They went through all of the lie detectors and all that. And every single one of them passed.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. So you can't make that up.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Movie Fire in the Sky.
Yes.
However, Travis said that's a lot of that's made up.
In the
It wasn't
movie?
what he really experienced.
Yes, in the movie he was right. And he wants to make a second movie, but they won't do it, you know.
Yeah, I read it. I read
Yeah.
an account of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Linda Moulton Howe, my favorite all-time investigator, hands down,
Oh, yeah.
across the board. I don't care. You're never going to find anybody better than that woman right there.
I haven't really. I'm very aware of her, but I really haven't read anything
Oh, awesome.
pertaining to her.
Awesome
Yeah.
person.
Oh, she's great.
Yes.
Her books
Yeah.
are like 8 inches thick, though. They're like
Yeah.
encyclopedias.
And she has
Encyclopedia books, you know?
she has a website called Earth Files. I do a lot of posting about her and her website on my page. I follow her, you know, like no
Yeah, I
tomorrow.
follow her too. So I do.
I love her stuff. It's just, she is just one fantastic woman. And she pulls no punches. She pulls no punches. She don't bullshit nobody. She's not asking for money from anybody. She is a full, true, 100% disclosure, you know, kind of person. And she's out in the field. I mean, she does this. This is what she does. I mean, you know, and she's been awarded many, many times for her work. And it's just phenomenal what she does, you know. You know, so there's very few out there, Lee, honestly, that I trust and that I actually follow anymore because of these kind of things, you know. When it comes down to like the people on the show, Ancient Aliens themselves, you're not talking people that do what Linda does, you know. These guys are mostly authors, you know. They're most of them are authors and stuff, and they go to these conferences, you know, that you see every year, and they make their money doing that and whatever, and that's what they do, you know. Other than that, they really don't do much as far as ufology goes, you know.
They're not out there actively searching, I guess.
No,
you could say, you know?
absolutely not.
Yeah.
They did. Eric Von Daniken did do his research. He wrote his books, but he's not doing that anymore. Same thing with Giorgio. Now, how did Giorgio become Giorgio that he is now? It's not because he was world famous author by any means. It's because he was in the right spot at the right time, and here he is. Okay, and it's sad to say.
He had the weird hair.
Exactly. You know, and I'm sorry to say it that way, folks, but honestly, look at his background. He really has not a lot to give there. He really doesn't.
Well, he's done more archaeology, you know.
Right.
He's looked at Pumapunku, however you say that. And,
Yep.
He's, you know, gone out into, like, Chaco Canyon and, you know.
But I'm saying, as far as, I mean, you know.
He's Eric Von Daniken's understudy.
Right. He's like a shadow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's his mentor. Yeah. Absolutely. Philip Coppens was another one. God rest him, you know. Fantastic author and knew his stuff, you know. I mean, David Childress, he's out in the field, you know. He's out in the field. He does a lot of work.
Yeah, he's like a Peru expert, David Childress.
Right, absolutely. You know, so they're, you know.
I think what is it?
Yeah. Give or take.
So so I'm just like Googling. So
Mhm.
have you guys heard of any of these guys? Let's see. George Adamski.
No.
Stephen Bassett. Art Bell. I've heard of Art Bell.
Art Bell used to do.
Art Bell, yeah.
Art.
Yes, Art Bell is one of the great
Philip
ones.
Corso.
Yeah,
Yeah, our Bell used to
Robert
do
Dean.
coast to
coast to coast. Yeah, he was coast to coast for many years.
George Norrie, Coast to Coast.
Yeah, which is sad. I don't.
I've seen the others.
George
Bud
Norrie.
Hopkins.
Who was that? No,
Bud Hopkins. Bob Lazar. I've
Bob
heard of
Lazar.
him.
We know. Yeah,
Yeah, Bob Lazar.
yeah.
Him, I'm kind of iffy on because of that Area 51 stuff. So.
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you this. I believe what Bob had to say for the most part. I think what happened with Bob is he pulled off more than he could chew. And I think it really scared him. And I honestly believe that's why he went silent, because he got into something that he really shouldn't have, and he didn't know how to handle it at the time. And, yeah, I think he got a few death threats and whatever, and he backed off. I think that's what happened to him. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I heard that he had some death threats.
But he did take him out there. He did say, okay, I have a timeline for you. This is when it's going to happen, and this is the time it's going to be there. And they all went with him. They took a trip up the Peekaboo Canyon, and sure enough, they videotaped it. They got it on. They did do that. So he wasn't lying as far as that goes. It was there. He had the itinerary. So, you know, proof is in the pudding. I mean, you know, what do you do with that? You know, the guy says, "Yeah, be here at 7 o'clock," and yeah, you know, and he did, and bingo bango. So. But yeah, I'm sorry.
What
I
do you
mean,
think about Saturday?
Saturday. Oh, the ending of the world?
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Well, I'm sleeping in, so.
Yeah, really. I got to work anyway, so, you know.
So if it happens, it's nice to know all of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to miss you guys all very
He's
much.
predicting the end of the world now.
Every year, I swear, every year. And
Where's this one coming from?
yeah. Same place. Same place. It's Nibiru, it's
Same
Planet
place.
X, it's whatever you want to call it.
Oh.
You know. Except this one,
You said it's always September, right?
yeah, this one has a little bit of a twist to it compared to the other ones, though. This one is where all the planets are lining up in a certain celestial event, you know, which I haven't seen any proof of yet as far as, you know, and I've been looking for it, and I'm like, geez, I usually know pretty much what's happening every month at, you know, a certain time, and I haven't gotten any notification on this one, so.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I do amateur astronomy too, and I haven't heard anything about any planets lining up. So.
exactly, that's what I'm saying, yeah. You know, usually I get notified on that stuff, but yeah, not this time. So, but I will give you this, this is the month.
Even if the planets did line up, they do that on
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
But isn't it, I believe it is Jupiter and Venus this month will be the closest to the Earth that it always is every year. It happens every year at the same time. And you can actually see it with the naked eye and with a good pair of binoculars, you know, pretty cool stuff. But nothing new. I mean, that's just it. It happens every year. So it's the solstice, you know, and that's what happens. But, yeah. I just laugh at that stuff, Lee, anymore. It's so crazy, and people still believe it. They follow it. You know, it's just I don't understand it myself, but you know.
Yeah.
But and I do apologize to people. You know, I got to tell you, when it comes, you know, we were talking about that movie, you know, the documentary and stuff, and I got off on Greer and whatever, and I do apologize, but I give you my 2 cents for what it's worth. Take it and run with it. Research it. Do whatever. You'll find out I'm not bullshitting you. You know, I can't do that.
Right.
You know, I'm sorry, but It's sad. It's just sad, and I hate it. I really hate it. And it just, and then I see people. Don't get me wrong. I mean, some of that stuff is true. I mean, but a lot of that stuff isn't either, and it's really hard to kind of wade through the bullshit, so to speak, to get to the good stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what I hate about it. I hate it when they do that. It's so, it just pisses me off. But yeah. And he makes money on it.
Enough that our government won't disclose, but we don't need people, doing stuff like that.
Well, here's my theory. I think the government pays people like him to do this stuff to us. This is what I think is going on. I'm serious. It wouldn't surprise me. I think he's making a good profit on doing this to get us all riled up. I mean,
I want a job like that.
Yeah, no shit. Give me the money. Hell, I'll change my criteria. Just kidding, folks. I can't do that. But no, honestly, I mean, wow, really? Yeah. But no, you won't see him on any big, really big productions or nothing. I mean, anything he's ever done, he's had to do on his own with other people's money, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know. It's just, yeah. He has a name, no doubt about that. He's got a name. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I think is it Graham Hancock? I think he had it out with.
Yes, he did. Absolutely right. Yes.
I read something online. It was a big article. It was in a reputable magazine.
Yep.
On how Hancock was saying that Greer was
a fake.
Fraud and
yeah.
He not so much a fraud. I mean, the guy had a lot of knowledge about things, but he was playing on the people to make money rather than
actual research. Yeah, exactly right. Here's the thing.
They used to be friends.
Yep. Here's the thing about this, and I've always said it, and I know a lot of other people have said it. When you're a ufologist. Excuse me, and you go out there and you do things, you're out there and you're taking videos and you're proving your point, or you're trying to make a documentary and whatever, and blah 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 blah. It's one thing to get funding to produce a show or do whatever if you're on the up and up about it. If you're telling folks, hey, I like to ask for donations because I want to go out and do this, and I need to buy some equipment or whatever, and if people are backing you, whatever, that's one thing. But to do what these other guys are doing like him and just charging people X amount of dollars to come out and hear him talk and to do, whatever this bullshit stuff is he does, to me it's uncalled for. And I feel sorry for the people that are following him and paying him all this money, especially the big ticket money. Oh my gosh. Thousands of dollars he was trying to get from people. And still doing it to this day. It's remarkable. It's remarkable. He's what I call, well, I have to put him in the category of, what do they call them people? A cult. That's exactly what it is. It's a goddamn cult.
Snake oil.
Yeah.
Scammer?
A scammer. It's a cult.
Snake oil.
Yeah. Just like Heaven's Gate and the rest of that shit.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, folks, you got to wake up. You got to do your research. Look at these people. Study them. Know who they are. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's sad. I'm sorry, Lee. I really am. I do apologize. But it's just a sad deal. But I just try to keep this stuff up and legit, and I want people to understand it. I just, I don't know.
No problem. I mean, I appreciate everybody's opinion, and I'm open-minded. So I mean, if you don't tell people these things, they're gonna be like me and believe the bullshit. So.
Well, you know, but here's the thing, though, that really is upsetting to me is that it takes people like him to persuade people and Jew them out of their money and do all that. And for what? I mean, what are these people getting out of it in the long run? I mean, are they comfortable with his findings? Or, I mean, you know what?
Because they do it all the time.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, where do you go with that?
It's very compelling, and that's, like I said, that's kind of why I kind of, follow him, and
right.
He's and he produces all these facts. I mean, maybe they're not truthful, but he does.
Well, I'll tell you what. There was one piece of paper, and I'm going to post this write up from another writer. It's actually called The Pissed Off Ufologist. Okay, that's the name of the story. This guy blasts the living shit out of him, and I'm sorry for talking like this. And he gives you detail by detail by detail every bit. And I've went back and I've looked at everything that he said, and he's 100% correct on everything. This guy is, and I'm going to put that up so everybody can read it. I know I'm going to get flack for it, but so be it. If I can wake somebody up out of it and let them see for themselves what's going on, so be it. That's what I want to do. And then I get everybody that says, well, you just debunking everything again, blah, blah, blah. I hate debunking things, but
somebody's got to debunk.
Somebody's got to, yeah, exactly. And when I see lying, thieving things like this go on, I can't keep quiet about it. It's just not right. It's just not right. I don't like it, I don't care for it. It's sad. It's really sad. I apologize. But oh, lordy.
Well, yeah, my friend's here, so.
I'm here too.
Wonder where Tim is at.
I don't know. He said he was going to be here tonight. He left messages and stuff. I'm going to copy and paste this right now as we speak. I got this up here. So while I am talking, I am going to post this to Closer Encounters page. Oh boy. And it is now posted.
Where'd you post it?
Right on my page, right on the Closer Encounters page. Positive proof that Dr. Stephen Greer is a fraud, liar, and a psychopath. Pretty harsh. Pretty harsh. But it's on there. And if you read this guy's article, and I swear to God, you can go back. He even posts a couple videos that Greer has done in the past. And you can watch them. Matter of fact, that one video I was talking about with the 2 UFOs, it's on there. And you can read the description and what happened after the math and blah, blah, blah. You'll read a letter that he got from a couple of guys that he supposedly interviewed that said, hey, we did not tell you this. You're feeding people full of false information. Stop using my name. Blah, blah, blah. All kind of crazy stuff. So it's in there. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Sad deal. Sad deal. But this is what this guy is all about.
It's the one with the guy with the 2 green barrels?
That's the one. Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
Matter
I
of
was
fact,
looking at it.
Yeah.
I came back inside. I was sitting outside.
Yeah. Matter of fact, what I'll do is
might as well sit outside and enjoy the warmth.
Why not? Absolutely. I'll retitle that when I'm done here with the show. Matter of fact, I'll put here's your undisclosed or your unacknowledged, whatever. But
put a disclaimer on it.
Yeah, disclaimer. But, you know, and here's the thing, you know, like I said, I wouldn't have said nothing until I started seeing these posts about it in the Ancient Alien group, and people are like, yeah, that's an awesome documentary, it's 100% real, you know, this guy's awesome, blah, 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 and I'm like, oh my God, you don't know who you're talking about, you poor people, you know?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's the video you posted earlier in Ancient Aliens?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Was that the post that you posted earlier in Ancient Aliens?
Yeah, the one, actually I took the one down because it was a double post. Somebody else had already posted that video. So it's still up there though. I mean, that movie, the documentary itself. And I got it posted on every invite and everything, and it's posted in my Closer Encounters page, so you can't miss it. It's everywhere, that documentary.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah, I'll watch it in a bit.
There's a woman that does regular YouTube videos, and she's a doctor, a researcher of some kind. She's Italian, and she's appeared on Ancient Aliens at least once. Her
Okay.
name is Forella Panzia.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, she is.
Oh, yeah.
Forella Panzia.
The one with the long blonde hair, kind of
She's got
sandy
that
blonde?
heavy Italian-
Yes.
Yeah, she's got that Italian accent.
Yes.
Clarence, can you also post that name on the site too?
Which one?
She does a lot on
Kitty's name so I can look up.
Forella Panzia.
Let's see here.
If you can post that name, I want to look her up.
Let's spell the last name is Panazia. She's excellent with megaliths and ancient temples and, you know, that door in that Indian temple of Shiva that they're all afraid to open up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Priscilla, right? Isn't that what it is? Priscilla?
She's good. She's good.
Trying to get her name
I
up
like
here.
her, Linda Moulton Howe, Graham Hancock. I have a lot of Von Daniken's books, but I haven't really read them all. I'm kind of busy, but
I read Kurt Von Daniken's book, Area of the Gods, when it first came out.
Yeah.
that
Way,
book
way
was pretty
back.
wild.
Ah.
I'm old, what can I say?
So am I.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Can you give me her last name again? How do you spell that, Sharon? P-A-N...
T-A-N. Oh, I just put it back into my file. Here, wait a minute.
K-N-Z-I-A,
T-A-N...
Very good.
wasn't it?
T-A-N-A-Z-I-A.
Oops, Renee.
Oh, come on. I just got dropped again. Hang on. Don't leave me, folks.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Oh, come on.
Please enter your host PIN when finished.
To start your show now, press.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Sorry about that. I got dropped
What happened
again.
to Clarence?
I'm here. I just had to, Okay, let's see here.
Forella Panzia. It might be Transia, T-R-A-N, other than T-A-N-A.
That's what I'm trying to...
Transia, maybe.
T-R-A? Panzia.
T-R-A-N-Z-I-A. And if it's not that, it's the other one. T-A-N-A. Z-I-A. She's damn good. She does a lot. And she does stuff with other researchers too. All in Europe, from from Egypt all the way up to Russia.
Well, and then you think about it, all these other countries have their own UFOologists too, you know.
No. They've got UFOlogists that we never even heard of.
Yeah, that's the truth,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Ah. All right, I'm going to do it the other way. Oh. Let's see here. We'll get it.
Too many moving parts for you, Clarence?
Ah, I'm telling you, it's crazy. This is crazy. So far, I come up with Susan Clancy. That's all I keep coming up with. Jenny Randalls. Ah,
No, it's Florella.
what is it?
Florella, F-L-O-R-E.
F.
Florella, like a flower.
Florella. Florella.
Well, anyhow, I love everything she does, and I try
Yes.
to make time to watch them, but
I know exactly who you're talking about, too.
very
And
intense. Yeah, she's very intense, and you have to pay attention, or you miss something important. You know?
found her. Ha ha, yay. Here she is. Okay.
Well,
All right. Now if I can just get her.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Florella.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Try this again.
Was it Frankie or was it T-A-R or T-A-N?
She's
This.
reading now.
This.
Oh.
But she's made an awful lot of YouTube clips, and she's been on the History Channel, she's been on the National Geographic Channel. I saw her on Ancient Aliens just once, but they only had her on for like 15 minutes. She does, her presentations are like an hour.
90 seconds.
Right. Astrophysicist, author, and recording artist, best known for waves in our galaxy, turning them into music. Oh, she's the one that does the music thing with the galaxy. Is that the same one?
She does a lot. I don't know.
She's an astronomer.
60 seconds.
Oh, stop that now. It tells me I'm running out of time already. Can you believe that? Ah.
We out of time?
Yes, already. Can you believe that? Okay, I'm going to get her posted up here, and I'll put her on the Closer Encounters page also. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. This is crazy. But anyway, so, unfortunately, yeah, we're running out of time. I won't be back here personally until, let's see, Tuesday night. So,
Tuesday night.
yeah.
Good night.
So we'll do
Is
it.
that going to be on your show or Kim? Kim?
What's that?
10 seconds.
Is that going to be your show or Kim's? Is it Kim?
No, I'll do one of my own here on Tuesday night. So we'll get that set up. We'll get that set up and do it. So it'll be 6 o'clock Tuesday evening, and
Okay, I'll mark my calendar.
yeah.
I'll see that one.
But I'll send out the invites like I did tonight, and different other things like that. And I definitely appreciate
you guys
everybody.
work now, huh?
Yeah. So we'll see
Well,
what
last
happens.
time we didn't get any invites, so.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. So.
I usually get all the invites, but I don't always check the phone all the time, you know?
Gotcha. Right.
And I get home, I'm like Mountain Standard Time, so when I get home, you guys are already started, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm like Eastern, and sometimes I'm putting it on when it's over.
Exactly right.
Well, I'm in Central, so I'm here right on time.
Yep, he's my time, same time. Okay. Well, folks, I hate to say it, but yeah, we looks like we're dead in the water here. So anyway, we'll be back Tuesday night, and I appreciate everybody that showed up on Facebook and leaving their comments and whatever. And I'll get this other stuff posted up for you right now as soon as I get off the air. So be looking out for it, and we'll go from there. So until then, stay safe, everybody. Keep your eyes to the sky.
Good night, everybody.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night, Eric. Good night, Lee. Good night, Don.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, we'll see you. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Okay, folks. Like I said, stay safe. And as you know, the end of the world's coming, but, I wouldn't fret about it too much. Until then, thank you all. I want to thank you all for listening to Closer Encounters. Please remember to like, follow, and share. And until we meet again, keep your eyes to the skies. Thank you.